days left before Survivor Series. Smackdown was very quick, concise, to the point, but definitely didn't lack the intensity that any of this build has so far. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live.
Yeah, man.
Smackdown was fun.
It was a fun show. Raw was fun last night. More pay-per-views need to build like this, because this is fun.
This is how you build a fucking pay-per-view. I haven't been this stoked for a main... I haven't felt... This is the first time I don't feel like we need to wait to watch TakeOver. I feel like we can watch TakeOver and still be safe and enjoy Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Usually,
it is WWE though, so
yeah. Oh yeah, no, they're
not barring the idea that they could like royally fuck.
Oh, there's still plenty of time for them to fuck it up. But so far, they're doing an A+ job. So we open up with a Smackdown rally. Shane has the entire roster back there. Everyone's saying their piece.
Sans Randy Orton.
Well, yeah, he's part-timer. He does what he wants. John Cena wasn't there either.
Yeah.
But he's a free agent, so he gets to do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he's over on NXT.
Yeah.
For the time being.
He was supposed to be on 205 Live, and he just couldn't make it.
Couldn't cut weight.
Yeah. So, yeah, Becky Lynch says her part in reference to... was it Alicia? Or was it
Asuka.
Asuka, yeah, said that she was going to break Asuka's arm. Baron Corbin prematurely said some shit about The Miz. And yeah.
Prematurely?
Well, I mean, he didn't know for sure at this point whether or not he was going to be facing The Miz.
Yeah, well.
He was confident, but...
He knew all he had to do was get past Sin Cara.
Well, it hasn't exactly been a cakewalk to get past Sin Cara the last couple weeks.
I mean, this is where Baron Corbin had to realize, let's dial it back a little bit, because I've fucked myself over the last few times.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone hyped, ready for Survivor Series. Everyone's still kind of expecting that Raw retaliation.
Retaliation.
The Raw-taliation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's still waiting for it, but it hasn't happened yet. But everyone is on guard, ready for it to happen. Daniel Bryan returned to SmackDown. He is fully on board with Team SmackDown. Despises Raw at this point after the attack from Kane a couple weeks ago.
And is also the personal advocate for AJ Styles.
And boy, was that fun. Daniel Bryan...
The crowd ate it up.
Daniel Bryan just going fucking balls to the wall with his promo for AJ Styles. And then AJ continuing going, I can talk. I'm not above it like Brock Lesnar. Yeah. It's not that Brock's above it. It's just Brock can't talk. That's the difference.
He can.
He's not good at it.
The biggest thing right now is that Brock's got two things going for him. Or I'm not going against him in the promo department.
Okay.
WWE has the hardest time getting Brock Lesnar to cut a promo without cussing.
That's true.
That's hard to edit out on live TV.
Yeah.
Other thing is if Brock tries to go louder than his normal speaking voice, he goes into dinosaur screech.
Yeah. He is a foul-mouthed pterodactyl, and that is why Paul Heyman holds the microphone in that relationship. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles just delivering one hell of a message to both Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, ready for that champion versus champion match. But Daniel Bryan's still a little upset with Shane McMahon. Said that they still have to have a conversation, but that'll happen after Survivor Series.
Yeah, essentially, Shane wanted to be like, hey, the whole thing is everybody on Team SmackDown, the whole SmackDown roster has to be one cohesive unit. And Daniel Bryan's like, yeah, cohesion is important. And I wasn't on board with the whole Raw Under Siege thing, so after Survivor Series on Sunday, we'll have a conversation about cohesion.
Indeed. Then we started action with our United States Championship match. Sin Cara tried.
No. It does kind of make me hope that they give him another shot post-Survivor Series.
Yeah, because it was a good match.
Yeah, and it's just kind of been fun seeing somebody who's not normally on TV be on TV for like 5 weeks in a row.
Either that, or maybe this is just kind of his like, hey, remember Sin Cara? He's a cool guy. and then they put them on 205 Live.
Yeah, you know.
That could work. Just bring them back to a little bit of prominence before you put them on 205 Live. But yeah, Baron Corbin ended up catching Sin Cara in the end of days, retaining the United States Championship, and he will in fact face The Miz this Sunday at Survivor Series.
Yeah, the card is finalizing, but there is one last piece of the puzzle that's got to be solved coming up next.
That is our Women's Championship match, as Charlotte finally gets her rematch from Hell in a Cell after being attacked with a chair by champion Natalia. And I want to see more between these two ladies because they have fantastic chemistry. This match was a lot of fun to watch. The crowd, because they're in Charlotte, were super hot for Charlotte.
Yeah.
It was...
And for Teacher.
Okay. Thank you, Van Halen, right? Yeah. Had to think about that one for a second. Yeah, no, the Atlanta crowd last night and the Charlotte crowd tonight have been just fucking ape shit for the show. It's been great. It adds a really great energy to the show when it doesn't feel like the crowd is like forced to sit there and watch all the shit, when it actually seems like they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it helps that the build has been really good because people are actually waiting for stuff to happen. But yeah, great back and forth, a lot of really good near falls, a lot of attempts on, like, the beginning was extremely scrappy between the two women. Charlotte trying to go for just immediate falls, Natty having to, like, backpedal, get out of the ring, just trying to do everything she could to get away from Charlotte.
Hucking her into the barricade.
Yep. Yeah. Like, right at the beginning of the match. It was definitely an uphill battle for...
It was physical.
It was an uphill battle for Natty, but she was able to make a comeback. She ends up powerbombing Charlotte into the LED posts, and then immediately hucks her into the ring and gets her into the sharpshooter. And Charlotte has to fight her way through the sharpshooter. After doing that, Natty kind of gets a little cocky, ends up catching a boot to the face, gets locked in the figure 8, and Charlotte is the new Smackdown Women's Champion. So now she will go to Survivor Series and she will face Alexa Bliss. But Natalia doesn't take that 4th spot on Team SmackDown. There is now a question mark on Team SmackDown.
Yeah.
We have our thoughts. There's rumors aplenty on the internet. We'll talk more about that on predictions this weekend.
Vote for Paige.
Also, Ric Flair was there to surprise Charlotte after her title win.
And I cried.
Huh?
Not really.
It was a sweet moment. It was not nice to see Rick walking around. He's looking good. He's looking healthier than he has in the last couple of months. So yeah, cool moment for them. Charlotte is the champion. Who's that 5th spot? Never know.
It's totally gonna be
The wait is finally over. I mean, as if Survivor Series wasn't hyped enough, after Survivor Series we finally get the debut of the Bludgeon Brothers. Kevin Hawk is super excited. Aren't you? And, hey, plus side, they're going to go against the Hype Bros. So you get to watch Luke Harper on television beat up Mojo Rawley. You should be happy about this situation.
I should be. Therein lies the problem.
Is the gimmick that bad that you are upset that you get to watch Luke Harper beat up Mojo Rawley?
Because I'm not watching Luke Harper. Now I'm watching Harper.
It's Luke Harper.
Potentially Harper Bludgeon.
Luke Bludgeon and Eric Bludgeon.
No, they're Harper and Rowan. Harper Bludgeon and Rowan Bludgeon. They got Ascension. Because they went from Rick Victor and Connor O'Brien to just
Victor and Connor.
Victor and Connor.
Now, to be fair, we haven't heard anyone other than themselves just call them Harper and Rowan.
I have.
Who?
Ring announcers at live events.
I want to see their WWE profiles. If it just says Harper, then I'll believe you. But until then, I don't believe you.
I've just been watching people post clips from the European tour.
I don't watch that stuff. But anyway, yeah, they're going to be facing the Hype Bros next week on SmackDown. Speaking of tag teams, after the tag team title match last week, Jimmy Uso wanted some revenge against Chad Gable for the super aggressive chop block that happened last week that screwed him and Shelton Benjamin out of the tag titles. This was a really good match too.
Yeah.
I love the Usos are fantastic at working not only tag teams, but they're really good singles stars as well. And then Chad is just a fantastic wrestler in general, so puts on a hell of a show. But unfortunately for Chad Gable, he caught himself a super kick and could not defeat Jimmy Uso.
Yeah. I liked the dichotomy where, okay, obviously the knee was going to be a factor.
Yes.
Because that's what happened.
Which Chad definitely went after the knee.
But then it became a turnabout's fair play because Chad Gable was like in the driver's seat and he's charging from corner to corner and he gets his own super kick to the knee, and all of a sudden they're kind of on an even keel playing field now that they're both on one good leg.
Yeah. Yeah, so this feud's definitely going to continue past Survivor Series.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for more matches. And then, of course, continuing with the tag team trend, our main event is the New Day versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens still pissed that they're not on the Survivor Series show, feeling like they should be the ones that are facing the Shield and not the New Day. Problem with that is there's only 2 of you, and there's 3 members of the Shield, so that would make less sense than the New Day. But we do have our tag team main event. We have Xavier Woods and Big E taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Another fantastic match. Some great work between both teams. Sami and Kevin, it's so cool to watch them actually work as a tag team now. Because, for the years of experience they have, it really shows their ability to work together. Plus they're playing really good chicken shit heels. Coupled with the talent of the New Day to put on fantastic tag team matches all the time. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then it became even more fun to watch because the Shield made their presence known on Smackdown. And it looked like it was going to be the Shield versus the New Day and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn until Kevin and Sami dipped out and it was just a 3-on-3 battle. That is until more members of SmackDown came down.
Yeah, the Usos came out to help, which I thought was a cool unity thing because we did see the Usos and the New Day make friends post Hell in a Cell.
It was the mutual respect after all the battles they went through.
But then the Bar was not far behind from the New Day.
Nope.
But then once things got even keel, we had Apollo and Titus and
Finn and Joe
run out.
And Shane.
But then Shane brought out like half the SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
But then they were quickly all dismantled by Braun Strowman.
Yep, Kurt Angle led Braun Strowman to the ring. It was a just continuous elimination after elimination of SmackDown guys. Eventually, it's just the Shield and Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe just all around ringside, just demolishing people. We even saw the ladies showing up in the back, just bum rushing the ladies' locker room, destroying everyone in there. Charlotte getting a big old gnarly forearm from Alexa Bliss. Eventually, Shane is the one that really gets the beat down because he gets a Shield powerbomb, then he gets an Angle slam, and then he gets another Shield powerbomb. And
yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, no, it was a bad night to be Shane McMahon. But holy shit, like this build is so fucking good. Please don't fuck it up. I mean, there's still 5 days at this point to where they could, but you're doing so good. Don't lose it now. Do not lose it now. That's one thing is I hope they don't announce who that 5th person is for SmackDown until Survivor Series.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoy this. The whole build has been great. I'm going to try and hold on to an extremely optimistic outlook about this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, yes, I really hope that they don't reveal member 5 for SmackDown's ladies team.
Yep.
So let's hope
Fingers crossed.
something good happens here.
Yeah. And don't make any drastic changes because you're good. You don't need anything extra. Just do what you're doing now. You're good. Don't overcomplicate things. Let's talk about 205 Live because that is officially our last stop before Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Open up with a rematch, tag team rematch. This time a Texas Tornado match, as we have Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann taking on Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick. This was a lot of fun. Like, this was indie pace.
Yeah.
Like, all 4 guys went fucking crazy in this.
Yeah, they were all over the place, and then what I really liked is they had the time where Kendrick and Gallagher took the match under their control and slowed it down, and it was like 2-on-1 against each guy, and every time Swann came to save Cedric or Cedric came to save Swann, they would just ditch who they were working on and immediately turn 2-on-1 onto the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was some really great tag team work from Kendrick and Gallagher. The
corner dropkick sliced bread combo.
Yeah, that, and then also the submission work that they did where Kendrick ended up having the captain's hook on Cedric Alexander. Rich Swann tried to break it up but got stopped and put in an armbar by Jack Gallagher, but was close enough to stop Cedric from tapping out.
Yeah, well, the ref was doing the hand count.
Yeah, he was
dropping it before he could drop it the third time.
And so he was able to catch Cedric's arm to not let it drop. Kendrick realizes this and then ends up just rolling off of Cedric Alexander and then applying the captain's hook while Rich Swann is still in the armbar by Jack Gallagher. There's enough time that passes where Cedric's able to kind of jump on all of them and break that up. So just great back and forth stuff. And then eventually Gallagher ends up eating a super kick and gets dove on by Rich Swann, leaving Cedric Alexander to hit the neuralizer and a lumbar check on Brian Kendrick, and Cedric and Swann pick up the tag team win. I think that makes them 1-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be getting a tiebreaker here pretty soon, and I'm okay with that because these matches have been good. Then we had our, this person needs to be pushed, and hey, well, Ari Daivari's there. And we had kind of an iffy promo prior to it. Mustafa Ali versus Ari Daivari. Mustafa trying to be funny. This whole episode is themed around the fact that it's Kalisto's birthday. Happy birthday, Kalisto. And so like there's more talk of like birthday cake because that's the thing. We've already seen the birthday cake a couple times at this point, and yeah. So there's more references of that during the promo. Solid match between Arya and Mustafa Ali. Arya actually looking like he's gonna pick up the win for a second. He actually hit the frog splash, but of course Daivari kicks out, or Mustafa kicks out, and then Mustafa ends up dropping Arya in the corner, hits the 054, and Mustafa Ali picks up the win against Arya Daivari. But of course, the birthday boys in the main event.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be 205 Live without Fuckboy Amore.
And Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak,
the best part of Enzo's shtick right now.
It sounds like if you just take the space out of his name, he sounds like a villain. Like, not like a big villain, but like a low totem pole villain in a Marvel movie.
Drew Gulak?
Drew Gulak.
You gotta beat Drew Gulak before you can get to Dormammu. Or Thanos. Anyway.
No, that's way farther down the totem pole.
Yeah. So, again, the theme in this match was who's going to go into the cake. Because they had a whole little birthday set up out there with a happy birthday Kalisto cake.
Spoiler alert, no one did.
Not until they were away from the ring, which was kind of stupid.
Yeah, no. There was a second cake backstage. They ran backstage, and all of a sudden, there's a new cake.
Yeah.
Because Kalisto won.
Yeah, Kalisto
It's his birthday. He's not going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. And, yeah.
Drew Gulak was singing him happy birthday. That was a present.
And he turned the Dragon Sleeper into the Slain El Sol. Kalisto picks up the win, and then chases Enzo to the back. Enzo cuts a promo in front of this cake that he didn't realize was there. Then he tries to take a taste, and Kalisto shoves him face first into it. Throws cake on him, and that was 205 Live.
My guess is the rest of the Cruiserweight faces went out afterwards and celebrated with the cake that was by the ring with Kalisto.
That might be an extra video that shows up soon, or if it's not already on WWE's YouTube or WWE.com. With that being said, that is it for 205 Live. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click the links down
there
below.
Are so many damn links.
Like a podcast.
That's a SoundCloud link.
And Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable with a W. Like wrestling.
Where you can find our unboxing videos, you can find pay-per-view punishment videos, you can find all kinds of stuff over there. There will be
another unboxing coming soon.
Yeah. I think we're both going with that. In just a couple of days, I should be receiving the face paint edition of Pro Wrestling Crate. So, looking forward to unboxing some of that. We'll have a new Brawlin' Buddy, which, spoiler alert, is Trenta El Zero. Plus, we have...
Woo! I hope it's Cody.
No, it'd be Stardust with face paint.
What?
Anyway, stay on this channel, though, because coming up next, we will have our last edition of our NXT review just before we head into War Games. And then quickly following that, we will have predictions for both War Games and Survivor Series. So, for now, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck Enzo. Fuck Mojo. Fuck Titus. They're all on the TV today.
Yes, they were.
Predictions going serious.
Oh, good.
That's the message.
Awesome.